Welcome to Unpopular Opinion. I'm Dave Temple. Beside me are my two co-hosts, Conrad Raw, Cisco Alderando.
Conrad has a circulation of my 85-year-old grandfather.
That's how any young kid ended up fighting a grown man.
You're going to catch a $150 from Mulaney.
From Mulaney? You think Mulaney $150? What the fuck is with women? They want those two things. They want your emotions and they want to stick stuff in your butthole.
Like, I didn't cry for like 25 years.
Oh shit, I broke my dick.
You can't walk more than 100 yards in Tim's. So. You could do a Black Lives Matter stroll.
That's worse than the fat guy giving you running advice.
Yeah, I didn't know about Dominicans. I got to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm not cool with that one, guys. I'm not fucking with y'all on that one.
I want to know about the grip thing here. Is it left or right? How you do?
Call the hotline, 267-225-0334. Leave a message on there. All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Dave Temple, and I'm here with my co-host, Cisco Alderando and Conrad Raw. Welcome to Unpopular Opinions. How you guys doing?
Not bad, man. Not bad. It's been a good week.
Yeah, looks like it's been a good
back
week.
on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eat a couple of salads.
This
Shirt's
is
not as tight.
This is a freshly dry clean suit, too. This is a clean suit, you know?
Well, next week I actually have suits that I got to get tailored.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ordered. I gave up trying to lose the weight quickly to fit into these suits.
Uh-huh.
So I just went and got a couple of bigger. Hopefully 6 months from now they'll just be too big. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this: do you feel better when you put on a suit?
I do.
Of you? Yeah. Dave?
Yeah, I do feel good when I put on a suit. Yeah, I look good in suits. Yeah.
What about this? I bought a bunch of sweatsuits recently, and I feel like filthy in them.
Yeah, dude.
You know why? Because they're so loose around your vitals, and you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they just feel. You feel looser.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I'd feel
like
amazing in it, like, but I'm wearing these sweatsuits, and like it's like, yeah, I'm pajamas, but outside, and I feel filthy. I don't know why.
Feel grimy. That's a good grime, though.
Yeah, it is a good grime.
Nobody is doing good shit in a sweatsuit.
I do, but I try to do better. Like, basically, I bought a very cheap, fresh out jail sweatsuit, like for a VIM.
Okay.
$13.
Shout out to VIM.
You know what I mean? Like, and I wear this sweatsuit around the house.
Okay.
And I wear it to the barbershop to go get haircuts.
Would you wear it on stage?
No,
exactly.
No.
Nobody wearing a sweatsuit is being nobody's making power moves nobody's making good power moves in a sweat. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if you're in a tracksuit and you're making life or death decisions, there's clearly some illegal shit going on. You understand?
That's how I feel about the young Latino women that are giving out COVID tests. Like, hey man, I'm sure
they just have the white, but underneath you,
over top of a fucking track, a Nike Tech with Jordans and a nose ring. Like, I'm like,
You have love tattooed on your face.
Yeah, I'm sure you passed everything with flying fucking colors, but those fucking Air Max 270s sticking out of your lab coat.
The only reason she's doing this is because she can't spell phlebotomy. Yeah.
Especially, like, I got a COVID test a couple weeks ago from a van that was blasting DMX.
Yeah.
Like, nothing makes you feel like your results are going to come out skewed than rap music coming out of a fucking conversion van.
What up?
Because the thing, it's almost like they're set up like prefab, right? So they hire people to do this. They hire people who are either in school or have been doing it for a little while, but they're still young.
Yeah.
So they don't have, and I hate to sound like this old guy, they don't have this whole idea of I'm in the medical profession and I need to look professional.
No.
I'm going to work. This is my job.
Yeah.
No, you're a nurse. Or you want to be a nurse? I don't want my nurse looking like she might rob me.
Right.
When she takes the coat off.
Especially, do you understand how scary this thing is? Like, for a black man like me who doesn't go to the doctor to now have to come to my first doctor experience in a while involves a young girl in Jordans.
Yeah,
I have no faith in the health system.
Yeah, it's like your lawyer showing up in a sweatsuit.
Ooh,
you're like,
God.
no
If your
way.
lawyer shows up in a sweatshirt, you're screwed.
You're finished.
I don't care if it's my cousin Vinny.
Unless it's murder and he do like, yo, get here now.
Yeah.
But that brings me to my unpopular opinion, which is the reason for universal health care, the most important reason I think for universal health care is so you can avoid that type of interaction. Because if you have more money, you don't get that experience. The only reason we're getting that experience with those people giving you the test
Because it's free.
is because it's free,
Yeah.
and those are the people they could get to administer the test. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas if you went to a doctor's office and your doctor's office was in, let's say, I don't know, Midtown Manhattan, you're not going to see that. You're not going to see Maria over here on 57th and Lexington because you're paying. You're paying for that. It's that's like the McDonald's.
But here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that's weird is if Maria was older, if she's an older Latina woman, I'm okay with it.
Yes.
So it's weird. It's basically a changing of the guard where you're now seeing, okay, all of the 50 and 60s are like, hey, I got to retire. And now all of the, 20-somethings are now coming in. And it's weird to see. I mean, a shift change anywhere is weird to see, right?
Yeah,
I lose confidence in Dunkin' Donuts if I see a shift change while I'm waiting in line for it. And I'm like, I don't think I want these donuts.
And also too, I guess with the COVID, because they got to go into your nostril. So if it's like if someone's injecting you or putting a needle into you, want them to be old.
And you want to be older, and you want to be reassuring.
Yeah.
What you don't want is, look, I'm gonna do it, but you gotta give me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I told. And meanwhile, it's like right here. I told you I'll be there 5 minutes.
And that's when they turn around. Your temple, right? And I was like, Jesus Christ.
And can we not call it universal health care? Because I don't want my tax dollars going to aliens getting. How about national health care, Dave? Okay?
Well, national sounds too close to Nazi.
Is that why?
Yeah, you can't have national. No, none of that stuff.
But all the aliens in the universe are going to be coming to our country getting these benefits.
I'm going down to District 12. Yeah. Earth, they're giving out free health care.
Oh, man.
That would also be very obnoxious of you to assume that you have health care that can fit all species, you know what I mean, on every planet, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's interesting why it's so difficult in America because you have so many, and this is like something you shouldn't say, but I think you could check it out scientifically. Like, it's easier to run countries like Denmark. They're like, oh, look at Denmark and the Scandinavians. Yeah, because they have 2 million people in their countries, or they're very few people. They all look like me. You know what I mean? They all have this. They all have the similar diseases, like culturally,
right.
like they get these diseases. They have the same. Like everything, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, run everybody who looks the same. That's way easier than running shit in America, where it's 50 states, everyone thinks differently, every geography, every different culture. So we should give ourselves a break. That of course it's hard to run shit here. Like it's easier to run Denmark and Scandinavia.
Just from a number standpoint.
Yeah. And just for the uniformity of everything is just easier. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, guys, man, this started off hot, which is always great. You know what I mean? It lets you know it sets the tone. We got some great subjectors coming in. So if this is your first time tuning in, you're in for a treat. This is Unpopular Opinions. What we do here is we weigh in. We have people come in and give us their unpopular opinions. Now, remember, just because you're offended does not mean you're right. You just have not been exposed to this point of view. We have a bunch of subjectors that are going to come on. They're going to give their opinion, and we'll weigh in. You feel free to leave your opinion in the comments. All right, let's go ahead and get it taken away.
Let's get it popping.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
We are ready, man. I seen our first subjector
Finally.
in the building. Look at you. Are you teary-eyed right now, Cisco?
Yes, I'm very emotional. I didn't realize we were on, and I was like, let me make sure my eyes are good.
Yeah.
As I'm reaching, it's like, go. I was like, oh, I'm committed. I got to do this.
I love the fact, too, that you've got
Gotta
like
make sure.
the freshly, what do you call it? The scraped Caesar. That's what I like to call it. The scraped Caesar.
This from Friday.
Yeah.
It still holds up because I ain't growing no more hair.
Yeah, you kind of look like a funeral director a little bit.
Yes.
Today.
I look a very cheerful funeral director.
Look like a funeral director.
I'm fucking the coolest motherfucker that ever was born.
All right, man. Well, look, I see our first guest, our first subjector has walked into the building. All right. Let's give it up for her. She makes her way over here. Give it up for Rachel B. Rachel B. Come on over here. Look, she was terrified. She thought I was going to say her fucking last.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you can curse. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. How you doing, love?
I'm good.
All right, thanks
I'm
for coming
I'm
on.
excited to be here, even though my unpopular opinion actually starts with you, Dave, you, Conrad, and you, Cisco.
Okay.
I can't believe that you are actually giving a platform to schmageggies, myself included, to talk about things that aren't going to change the world or help anyone really, for that matter.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is kind of a why do we do this, huh? Okay, so what do you think? Schmageggies, as you put it, should not be on the microphone?
I mean, I'm including myself in that, so it's fine.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm just really talking shit. I do really have an unpopular opinion.
Well,
but
I do want to hear more about that because I want to answer why we do it, but I'm curious, why should regular people not voice their opinion?
Ooh. I think they should. I think just everyone takes their opinion so serious.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't hold as much weight as you actually think that it does.
To the world, definitely.
Yeah.
But to them,
Oh yeah.
if I could get their opinion out to at least 14 people.
I won.
Do you understand how happy and how powerful that makes a person to just be heard? Like,
Yeah.
I truly understand. I said this before.
guess.
I understand, like, seeing a man take a shit on the train platform.
What?
He just wants to know, does anybody see him?
You think that's why he's doing it?
Of course, absolutely. Like, you think about it. If you chasing everybody down, please, 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 and everybody, eventually you're going to be like, shit, do I even exist? Do I? You know what? Let me see. Am I here real fast just to see? Oh, so y'all do see me. You do see me. You was just, okay, all right. I know what I got to do to get y'all's attention now. You know what I mean?
I'm going to look at that totally different from now on. Anytime I see that, I'm going to be like, I see you.
I see you.
I see
There
you.
you go. Hey, here's $1. You ain't got to do all that.
Yeah, what's that? I've heard people say this phrase, which I don't understand. It's like, I feel so seen right now, like in a positive way. So the same thing as him, right?
Right.
Yeah, interesting.
So tell us, what's your other unpopular opinion?
Okay, so my actual real unpopular opinion is I hate when people are on social media wishing like babies happy birthday or like no one that'll ever see it, or even like, sorry, I know it's like a little touchy right now as far as like the moment people die, you are on there giving a fuck.
Yeah.
You did not give a fuck yesterday. So
And-
why do you give a fuck today?
And where the fuck did you find that picture of you two from 2012?
But most of them don't even know the person that died.
Right.
That's the wild shit. It's like you've never met them.
Yeah.
What? Like, all right, not to use DMX as an example, but he did just pass. That whole week or 2 weeks before he passed, he was in the hospital. You didn't see anyone really like, hey, DMX, we're rooting for you. Like, it wasn't like, hey, like we're thinking about you. We're sending you well wishes. It was like the moment he died that it was on the news. It was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like why people don't watch the baseball regular season. They only watch the playoffs.
See, I get that.
They wait for the
I
big
understand
stuff
that.
to happen. They're like, all right, I'll watch if he's dying or he's dead. But
Because baseball's really boring.
yeah, just waiting for the.
So
I'll watch it like the NBA playoffs, like when it actually matters. When the games matter. You know what I mean?
yeah, and you're saying that.
Well, I don't know. People are just waiting for news to happen or something more exciting. But I wonder, is there a correlation you think between, you mentioned babies, birth, and death?
It's just clout chasey to me. It's just like,
Well, wait, is the baby a clout chase also?
You want to be first on the likes and the happy birthdays. You don't want to be at the bottom. You want to be one of the first people to like it. That means, I saw you. I care the most.
have you done this?
No, but I know people who do it.
Yeah, I'm not liking your baby posts. Like, first of all, when a lady posts anything about her children, I'm done. No more likes from me. Fuck that. Like, you went off and had a kid. Enjoy your life. Like,
Is it always like the parents though? I feel like it's more like the aunts or like the friends of friends or whatever.
oh, the girls
no,
with
I
the
could be wrong.
girls with the bum uterus. That's what we call the girl with the bum uterus who's just like, oh, he's so adorable.
Dave, listen, not everybody wants to pop kids out.
Yeah, I didn't even want to pop kids out. I got 2. Sorry, girls. I love you. Sam, make sure you edit that out. I don't want my kids to see that shit.
It's fine.
But one thing that changed my mind, like I think all social media is for losers. Like if you're on social media, you're a loser. You gotta get out there. There's a real world. You're living in a world that's abstract, non-existent. One thing that really solidified that for me is like I was hanging out with my friends. They have kids. The day was miserable, like awful. They took them to the carnival. They did everything nice for these kids. Carnival, slides, everything. Complaining, the kids were crying, throwing shit, breaking shit. It was awful, awful day, right? on social media, I see like later, they curated the day to like find the one time where the kid was smiling. And then like when they were having like a popsicle and like had their arms around each other, and then they were like, "Oh, my kids are so beautiful, and I bless God," when they were like literally telling me like, "I wish I never had kids that day."
Yeah.
So it's all phony.
Yeah, but how much of that is just parents acting like parents? You know what I'm saying? Like,
What you mean?
like everybody I know with kids, they're like whatever they
fronting for the
complain.
world?
Yeah, but no, not even fronting for the world. Like you actually feel like that apparently. Like we don't have kids, so we don't. Maybe you do. But at any point, are you like, oh, even when like at your most miserable, you still feel like, oh, my kids are amazing. You know what I mean? Or this was a great day. I don't know. But every parent I know, they don't have a bad day when they spend the day with the kids, even if the kids are being like annoying and there's all this other shit going on around them. Because at that moment, you're doing parenting stuff, your family stuff. This is the stuff memories are made out of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna say with my kids, there's moments.
Okay.
There's like moments where you're like, okay, that's gonna be a good memory, but the day itself was shit.
Right.
Every day is shit.
Do you
You know
tell
what I
people
mean?
that?
Huh?
Do you tell people that?
What? That I
Like, are you real about it? Like the whole day, like. Ugh.
Oh yeah, like I will vocalize it. Like now, I could be like at a barbecue smoking weed, and my kids are running around, and I'll go, "That's a moment." Like I literally yell that out when the moment happens. Like, "That's a moment."
A good one or a bad one?
A good one.
Okay.
Like I literally have to yell them out and celebrate them in order to like I let everybody know. I guess I'm happy. So I guess Facebook, you kind of have to do that also. Like, hey guys. I know I haven't seen you in months because I put myself in this kiddie prison, but that's a moment.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I got out my unpopular opinion.
All right. Did you have another one?
No, I mean,
cut it short.
Yeah. I mean, I could go on about the social media stuff, but it's just like I think I.
What about, let's go back to the one about like why should you voice your opinion? I think that one's interesting.
Okay. I just think in this age of social media, which encompasses that it's like if people have a thought or an opinion and like they vocalize it, if like there's no backstory, like people will take that word as like God.
Okay. You know
What do you mean backstory?
Like if you don't know why they're saying what they're saying.
Right.
Right. Because here's the one that's fascinating with the LeBron James tweeted at the police about what they should have done in the shooting. And have you seen the police response videos?
Ooh, no.
The police have made response videos where they're like, hey, I'm on the scene. I'm trying to get LeBron on the phone to find out how I should handle this one, right? Like it's petty as shit.
Yeah.
But they're making a good point. Like, hey, LeBron, if you could just give me some advice right now. I got a 10-22 going on right now. What do I do? How do I handle this? Right? And it is a funny thing where it is like, you know, it was funny because their thing was, do you see how dumb it is when you try to tell us how to do our job? When the reality is that's all they do to athletes. All athletes all deal. You couldn't make that free throw. What the fuck? Bend your knees. Like everyone has an opinion. LeBron, since his first job at fucking 18, everybody's been telling him how to do his job. If there's one person who I think has a pass to tell other people how to do their job, it's fucking LeBron, man.
I actually think that is
We got an applause break there from the peanut gallery. Good to have you. Thank you so much over
the
there.
same thing with politicians too. It's like people want to talk shit, and like, you know, I don't love politicians, but I was happy with Cuomo in the beginning. I mean, I'll wait until the whole thing comes out to like make my judgments upon the sexual harassment stuff. But it's like everybody has some type of criticism, and they've never even come close to doing that job or know how to do that job.
Yeah. Or even batting off that kind of pussy.
I say you just believe the women because he's 60 plus and he got nipples pierced, B. You know,
No.
he ain't got no boundaries,
didn't see
son.
that?
He's got his
He got
nipples
both
pierced.
of them shits pierced,
Oh my
son.
God! He was wearing on the news one day. He was wearing a white like
Yeah.
a golfer shirt,
Yeah.
and he had like gauges
Yeah.
sticking
Okay.
out
No.
of the yeah.
Yo,
I do not. Hold on.
On New
I
York
will
One.
walk. If you can prove this right now, I will walk home.
Google it. Google it. You'll see it. There's images, bro. Google image search.
It's
I
not
looked at him
Photoshop.
in a whole different light after that.
It's not Photoshop.
Hold on. Did you look at him as good leader, bad leader? Did you think it had anything
Progressive.
to do with progressive leader?
Yeah, yeah.
I like that. So you didn't shut the door on a
No,
politician
I mean it's
with
not
nipple
something
rings.
I would do, but I mean like, you know, to each his own.
I like that.
But then when you hear that and then you hear he's inappropriate, you're like, well, I'm not one to judge.
It coincides.
But if you over 60 and you got both of them rocking, he might be a little gamey.
Whoa, wait, but your average woman can hold a nipple ring for about 2 years before her body rejects it. So
It's got to be Photoshop.
It's not photo. Yo, he's not Photoshop. B, let him be.
Yeah, but I'm saying if this guy is able to,
That's an old freak, baby.
he's able to retain a nipple piercing.
Yeah.
This guy's special.
I don't think he's got nipple piercing.
What do
That's
you think
not
that is?
conclusive. That's
Chest
just,
hair,
that's
old
just
man chest hair.
Old man nipple.
Nah,
Maybe when
B.
you get older, they just grow more bumps.
No,
That's not conclusive
I
evidence.
think
Someone doesn't want to walk home.
Thank you.
All right, man. Rachel, where can the people find you at online?
oh my God, they can totally find me on the gram as RachieB, RACHEEBE. And you can also check me out on the Dating App Disasters podcast. It's a wild time. And yeah.
No doubt. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you,
on.
guys.
You can just walk right on out. Holy smokes, man.
Woo. Thank you, Richard.
Actually, I feel kind of good about that one. You know what I mean? Like that's you know,
It's always good when we can start off with being questioned as to why we're doing what we do. Why do you do this thing that defines your life? Because it makes me feel good, and I like saying stuff.
I know. I felt
I be
bad.
saying
It's a nice
stuff.
day outside, and I'm not playing basketball. I'm in here doing the nerdiest thing possible.
Not true, because if it was the nerdiest thing possible, we'd be discussing why Mortal Kombat was ass. Stupid fucking movie.
Yo, I will say this though.
You keep trying to bring that conversation back.
No,
up.
we ain't even talking
We're
about
gonna-
it.
we're
No,
gonna
we
hash
ain't
it
talking
out.
Yo,
about it.
I think that your whole life should be able to be in question. Like you should. I don't know. When I was a kid, like everybody broke my balls every single day, every second of the day. So I always had to be like, okay, why do I? You know, like you had to be ready to go. Like you had to be ready to duel all the time. Like they said, like when Bruce Lee was in China, like he had to like fight people in the streets if they challenged him. That should be your opinions too. Oh, you believe that? Okay, now we're gonna debate this. So if your opinions are not good or what you're doing in your life is like questionable, well then get ready for them to be questioned.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good or bad thing. I think like it's simply this is how I feel. So why do you feel that way? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you could. I don't think there's bad opinions. There's stuff you agree with and stuff you disagree with, and that's how the world turns, man.
And
No,
that's
but
what
for
this
you to
should
be challenged, you should be able to be challenged. Like, oh
I wish philosophers did that. That would be dope. You just walking down the block. Hey, yo, Socrates, like what?
Debate me, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That shit would be dope.
And that was the Socratic method. That's why they
Yeah.
killed him, because he kept asking questions. Why? Why do you do this? Why? It's like, kill this guy. I'm tired of his questions.
All right, man. Well, look, I see our next guest in the building, man. All right, the subjective bound to come through with a great opinion. Give it up for my man, Eagle Witt. Eagle Witt, yeah.
Been a minute, man. Good to see you.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm chilling. How you guys doing?
I'm
man?
all right, man.
I'm happy to do this.
I
Shit.
thought, I could have swore. Was you capping? Didn't you tell us you was going to get a cut? I saw you. You told me you was going to get
I
a
don't
haircut.
never get a cut. I get a tape up.
He gets fixed
Yeah,
up.
I
You don't
get, you
trim
know.
that, man. Let that man
Yeah,
live.
just a little. on
Let the
edge.
lion's mane be the lion's mane.
You know?
I feel like
I live through his hair,
I
man.
feel like his barber, he's just sitting there waiting. Like one day he's just gonna cash in. He's gonna charge you
every
like
time
$400.
every time I go to the chair, I always go, "Yo, today's the day. Cut that shit off." And they like, "Word," and I'm like, "No, not at all."
What's your unpopular opinion this
I
week,
have
man?
So many. You guys know me. I have so many. Can I do like 1,000? All right, I'll do one. I want to pick a good one. All right, should we go like pop culture-y or should we go like serious, like social
What are
conversation?
Something-
you passionate about? What can you
I'm passionate about a lot of shit though.
give me what's passionate right now that you
yeah,
can put? Because I
right
need
now, whatever's number one.
I want a hard sell. That's what I
You
want.
want like a hard one?
Yeah, I want a
Alright.
hard sell.
All right, let me do two then. Let me do two.
Let's get it.
All right, so the first will be sillier. I don't think Kanye's crazy. I don't think Kanye's crazy.
Oh, okay. I might agree with you. Let me hear a little bit more.
I think it's the meds. I think what happened is, right, Kanye got put in a family that their whole business is their image. Kanye's reckless and they drugged him. And then if you see someone on medication, that's when they seem crazy. It's hard to be in the spotlight and have to talk a lot while on drugs.
Yeah.
And he was already reckless.
Yeah, I smoke a lot of weed in podcasts, and it's really hard to keep track of the shit that I say. You know what I mean? And that's just off weed.
Yeah.
Last week I did it off weed and the vax. Oof.
And most people have never seen people drugged up on those type of medications. So when you see that type of behavior, you just assume that's a crazy person. He's actually on the medication.
Right. Like, I don't think y'all understand, too, the type of drugs that, like, because this is different. Like, I've been in drug houses where people have ripped copper out the walls. Damn. I don't know what is in your hide that's causing you to do that. I've been in houses where people rip up the carpet and put it in the closet in one bedroom. Right? Like, so, my bad. So, for what you're describing could very well make Kanye's behavior be like, yeah, dude, that's drugs, man.
Because niggas ain't call him crazy when he said George Bush hated black people, but it's the same behavior. It's impulsive, speaking out loud, saying things nobody tells him to say.
Was he with the Kardashians when he did that?
No, he wasn't.
So... What, did the Kardashians drug him, or was he already drugging himself?
I think if you watch like the interviews, his eyes and the way he goes in and out of topics, that's drugs. That's not like.
Look, they ain't got they don't have a good track record of people that they're in relationships with as a family. You understand what I'm saying? So like the Kardashians is definitely doing something.
What you mean? The Kardashians, everybody who comes in contact with their family, their life gets better.
What?
Lamar Odom.
What are you talking
better.
about?
Lamar Odom's life
This is an unpopular opinion.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
Lamar Odom's life is exponentially better since
He's
he started.
crackhead. What are you talking about?
He almost died in a
Bravo.
whorehouse. Yeah.
Versus what? Dying in an old folks' home?
Being an NBA
Do you
champion?
really
What are you talking
think?
about?
Do you really think Lamar Odom wants to be around to where his knees and back are shit and his dick doesn't work? No, that dying high on crack in a brothel is the best way to go for someone like Lamar Odom.
This is wild.
Is this your
This is
Kanye
wild.
West impression?
Are you guys serious?
This is him doing Kanye.
Yeah.
Come on, son. So, like, realistically, because and I'm sorry, this is taken away from your
Reggie
topic.
Bush, Chris Humphries.
What's wrong with those
All
guys?
of these niggas' lives fell off once they fucked Kim.
How did you know
Ray
him?
J. Ray J had one wish, then he fucked
Ray
Kim.
J's
That wish was
life-
over.
Ray J's life has gotten way better.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Oh my God.
Eagle, get up, walk home.
I'm walking home right now. Get off.
Dude, Ray J has sold 100,000 of those Raycon headphones, man. Like, all he has to do is tweet and he makes money. He's still on a reality show. Ray J has not had a
This is a decent
W-2 ever.
Ray J's your only argument.
No.
He's like he's the exception that proves the rule.
Also, Ray J broke the Kardashian family, though. He's the entry.
Yeah.
Every dude since then is not the entry, and their lives suck.
Moesha is famous because he like Moesha was done. Brandy, I mean. Yeah, see what I'm saying? I don't even remember her real name. You know what I mean? Only reason why she got out of that murder was because he stuck his dick in a Kardashian. You understand what I'm saying? Like, their life got better.
Dave is digging
the
himself
only
out of this hole. At first, I was like, this guy's got no shot. And then
What's the
slowly
only
but
re-
surely.
What's the only reason Caitlyn Jenner got out of her
Ray-
murder?
Exactly. When you're with the Kardashians, you can kill people with your car and nothing happens, dude. Like,
Yo, they the realest gang in America. Nigga, Crips, Bloods, Kardashians. This is fun. I thoroughly. I just look at Kanye's behavior throughout his career,
yeah.
and it's remained the same. He's just saying things that the other side doesn't like now. But he always says something that half the country doesn't like.
I'll say this. I don't know, just to build on what you're saying. I legitimately think that guy's a genius.
I think so too.
So I've seen interviews with him where because people forget like that most of the world is entertainment now. Like everything, people are not really themselves. If you really got them one-on-one, you sat down to dinner with them, and there was nothing around, people would act a different way. But you see some of these lucid things that he says that are so smart. He said this one thing on an interview that blew my mind. He says, "Do you understand how difficult it is to stay relevant these days?"
Right.
So he's always got to have plates in the air, spinning, juggling, whatever. So maybe what Eagle's saying too is like, listen, that guy was going to do that anyway, and he's genius. Some things he does makes mistakes. Sometimes he hits a home run. But if you add drugs to that, well then who the hell knows what's going to happen?
Exactly, it's mayhem. But to what you said, bro, is I once read something that blew my mind, which is Kanye has no PR. And this nigga, if you Google Kanye any single day, he's in news headlines.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
With no PR.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
When that man realized he could just walk into a science classroom and stand on a table and start talking, and people will go live and make sure that his message is on the news within 2 hours.
He's the most influential person alive in America.
Definitely, man.
I can't believe he got a whole generation of kids walking around wearing homeless people's shoes and charging them $500.
Dog.
Yeah.
$5 billion net worth.
Yo,
Yeah,
it's
man.
off
Some
genius.
sneakers that look
You
terrible.
know how cheap it is to make them sneakers? It's the cheapest sneakers you could possibly make because there's no leather in them or nothing. It's just hemp.
I mean, you're talking about a guy who also rented out Madison Square Garden and made people listen to an iPod. Like, he literally was like, yo, everybody come to Madison Square Garden. I'm going to plug my phone in and we're going to party.
But that's what I mean, though. I think he's eccentric. I don't think he's crazy. I think he's impulsive and honest to what he believes is the truth.
And where can we get some of these drugs that Kanye has?
You got to go to a therapist. And, seriously, I think they made him take therapy, and I think they kind of, they unlocked some shit and was like, drug this man.
Unpopular opinion, therapist got the strongest shit on the block.
Dog, my next unpopular opinion is a lot, though, bro. I think Conrad's going to like it.
Let's
I
hear
know
it.
Conrad for years. I can see the evil in his eyes, and I know he's going to like
The
this shit.
evil.
This is going to divide the room. This is going to divide the room with people who aren't even on the mics right now. It's going to divide everyone here.
Let's get it.
I don't think white men are the most privileged in America.
Oh, let's
I think
get it.
white women are.
White women. Okay.
I do.
Tell us more.
Because white women have the privilege of using their oppression as a crutch, where white men don't have that. So in a weird way, they almost use their oppression like a privilege, where it's like you could be like, hey, you white, like a white girl could call you nigga, right? She could be like, Dave, you a nigga, right? And she goes, but don't hit me, I'm a bitch. And then you're like, oh shit, I can't hit. A white dude, Conrad, would never do that because he knows he has to fight you. And that's just a small example of like that leverage of like, hey, but remember I'm a woman. But they use it to abuse power. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Hashtag not all white women. No, I'm kidding.
I know you're not white over there. Yo, girl, I can look at your hoops and be like, oh, she Puerto Rican or something.
But yeah, I mean, so it's the usage because women. Because I'm trying to think, like, black women have to knuckle up.
They're
You know
really
what
oppressed.
I mean?
I think black women are the most oppressed in America.
And that is
And lowest
unpopular
rate
opinion.
of suicide.
Is black
Really?
women highest
Yeah.
rate? Wow. It makes sense.
Thanks for taking
How
it all
about
in
that?
stride.
Wow.
I just made that up. No, I heard that. Song.
What if you just made that up?
but disclaimer: everything that I hear, I repeat as fact.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah,
Spread the misinformation.
but only if it's positive. Only if it's like beneficial.
Is it positive that they're killing themselves?
that they're
They're
not?
the lowest. They're the
they're
lowest
the
rate.
lowest
The
rate.
lowest.
rate.
Yeah, the lowest rate.
Wow, that shows the
Yeah.
strength.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
so
saying,
that's
yeah.
like
Crazy.
that's like Jesus energy.
But that also makes sense, though, because the most oppressed people are the strongest because they're fighting against something.
Yeah, because God only gives you what you can handle.
Absolutely, I guess. I don't
No,
know.
this is getting too
No, it's
out of my
100%.
depth.
Yeah.
This is getting out of my depth.
So what can white women handle? Like how much if we need
Not a
because
lot, which proves they're the most privileged.
Oh,
They
but
can
now-
handle the least out of everyone.
Can we put more on white women or should we leave it there and just assume
Bro, we
that they
should
can't
put
do
as
more?
little as we can on them.
Really?
Think about a comedy show, bro. Who's offended in the crowd?
Yeah, okay, you're right. It's white women, but I think that that's our problem. Like I've only seen this, and I've seen white families unload cars, and the little girl, she never has to carry nothing. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. What can we give white women that at least
To
heavy
change
in the
this?
bird? Heavy
I
in the
don't
bird?
believe in
Yeah, but I'll
change.
tell you what we've
I don't
done
believe in
that,
change,
Dave.
Dave.
We've given them backpacks with wheels
Look at this.
so that they can carry some burden.
We've even got the ones that they spin 360 degrees. Like, she can't even be bothered to fix her wrist to carry the thing right.
That's so funny.
All right. Well, I want people to write in. I want people to call into our line and figure out what more can we put on
We
white
shouldn't
women.
put anything on it, man.
No.
I don't believe in change, Dave.
Why? But see, that's weird to be frustrated with it and just.
I'm
like,
not
deal
frustrated with it. I'm
You're just-
at peace with it.
You're at peace.
I just understand it. I just look and I go, oh, this is bullshit. The white dudes are second. The white girls are number one. Yeah, for sure.
See, I'm not that way. Cause I'm that way with children. When I see a kid that gets away with like too much, and then they take it from them. Like if you, you still gotta carry this. Go. You know what I mean? Like, so I just,
You want to make them better.
yeah.
I don't want to make
yeah.
anybody better, man.
There's nothing in it.
I
for
like
me.
mayhem.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Like
Driving
the
it.
Joker.
But with better hair.
Yeah, with better.
See, this is the thing that fucks me because I get there's still the potential to fuck the white girl, which is why.
Dave, let me kick this to you, bro.
What's up?
All right? Hear me out. I have this theory, right? So if we dethrone privileged people in America, right? And then we become the privileged niggas.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be the privileged nigga. I don't want everyone to hate me. I'd rather just chill and be great. That's it. I don't want everybody to hate my people for a real reason. I want them to hate us for a superficial reason. Sure. Hate me for being black, so you look stupid. Don't hate me because I'm privileged. Ugh. That's pressure, nigga. That's pressure.
Yeah.
Conrad, look at that pressure he's under right now.
I'm fucking relaxed, man.
You don't know that. He's wearing a jacket because he's under pressure. You wore a t-shirt because you relaxed, nigga.
Maybe he's right.
I wear a t-shirt because I got nothing to hide. You know what I
See?
mean?
See?
We talk about that.
I don't know where I'm going
No,
anymore.
I like that. I'm listening out to the rest of it. Oh yeah, he's got a t-shirt. Maybe he is relaxed. I don't know. That's like, yo, you know who gets fired on NBA teams first if they don't win the championship? The coach. People dressed like me get fired.
See?
Hey,
See?
you know the Bucks. They're
True
not going
that.
to win the. They're not going to get to the. They're not going to win the East.
And what
Conference.
color is the coach, nigga? White.
Yeah.
See?
Do that. That's also why I've never taken a management
I'm
position.
not trying to change shit.
You offer me a promotion at work? Nope. Because I don't want to be. I want to be myself, man.
That's right.
I don't want to have to be somebody else. Not for
Do
no.
you counter the promotion offer with a 2-week notice?
I
Dave,
definitely.
we want you to do this. Well, I ain't gonna be here 2 weeks, so
I don't quit, but I do call out just to let them know I am not responsible.
This is so fun. You guys have yo. I don't do a lot of podcasts. This sounds fun. And this
Yeah,
is fun.
man. Thank you for stopping by. Where can the people find you at online, Eagle?
Eagle Witt official on Instagram.
All right, no doubt, man. Thanks for stopping
it.
by,
Thanks
big
for
homie.
having
All
me,
right,
man.
I fucks with the opinion.
Dave,
All
boy,
right, my
good
man.
to see you, bro.
Ah,
I love it.
yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like if you have a real complaint or you really want to complain about something, every company should have a P.O. box. Like, if you really give a shit, no tweeting, no email, send a letter, handwritten letter to this P.O. box, and then we'll listen to it. But if you write it online, your opinion doesn't matter.
I want that job. I want to read those letters.
Yeah, that it goes in with the letters to Santa. You know what I mean?
You asking for people? You ask for people to send anthrax through the mail again. That's what you asking
That's
for
true
right
too,
now.
though. Yeah.
Some poor minimum wage schmuck is gonna die.
Some intern.
Yeah.
Some intern has to open envelopes first. All right. You dropping one, love? You dropping opinion, right?
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
My bad. I forgot the name, so I got.
Kyle Ocasio.
Love. I call all women love, and it's to keep me from doing toots. No, hold on. I got to do that.
No, I'm ready.
No,
Oh yeah.
still
I
like
like
the
it.
intro.
If you're gonna call me love, I'm gonna be ready. My
Yeah.
name is Kyle Ocasio.
I love it.
All right,
I love
Kyle
it.
Unpopular
Ocasio.
opinion. Call me by my name. Hi. How are
Hey,
you?
hey, how you doing?
She took the power back.
It's also like here's another. It's not even an unpopular opinion. Like when I'm on stage and the host we got a female coming to the stage. Fuck you. Get my name and my credits.
Yeah,
How you doing? Hi guys.
I'm
How are you?
good.
Okay. Unpopular opinion.
Yeah, what's your unpopular opinion this week?
I didn't know I was gonna have to come prepared with one, but I got one.
Got it.
I think everybody under the age of 30 should just not talk. I think you guys, the last two guests you were touching about like Twitter. I 100% agree. If you're not gonna write somebody, when I was 24, there were not enough blueberries in this cereal that I was eating. It was called Blueberry Morning.
Okay.
I actually fucking called the 1-800 number on the back of the cereal
Love it.
box. And I said, hi, I'm calling about Blueberry Morning. There's not enough blueberries. And I literally like spoke to 3 people. So if you're going to go on Twitter and talk some woke shit, and especially as Eagle was saying, I happen to agree. I do think white women tend to hide behind, like, it does. Being a woman is not always fun and easy. So they do have some of that on their side. But they are the ones that are the most judgmental. They'll and sometimes I find it very disingenuous. Their whole like Black Lives Matter, like they do,
Yeah.
but I don't find it sincere all the time.
Oh yeah, the person.
And I don't want to say I don't want to say all people,
Mm-mm.
but a lot of bullshit like woke 25-year-old
The loudest ones, yeah.
climber comics who want to like they'll be like it's I don't believe it.
Yeah,
I
like
don't buy
that
it.
term.
I also
don't buy
think
it.
it's it's tough to be white because white is not a culture.
Right.
If you know, hey, I'm from Ireland, or my family's from Poland, or I'm this, but white people, you're just white. Like, and-
Yeah.
You know why? I think
Billy
this
Ray
is
Cyrus
also-
disagrees.
what's his culture? I don't know.
He's
Exactly. It's
American.
Billy Ray, baby. It's a
American.
mullet and a
Incest.
fucking.
But-
That's his culture.
I will chalk up the lack of white culture to too much education. Education kills camaraderie. So the minute that you take the time to learn something bigger than your local circle, it's dumb to you. And you're no longer embracing the things of your people. So like white people, you guys abandoned your culture a long time ago. The minute that you guys learned like buoyancy and boats, and you were like, fuck it, I don't have to stay here in Scandinavia, you were done with it.
But I'm saying they kept it. Like the only thing that keeps me from apologizing every single day on the internet, wherever, is that I'm the first person born in America. I know my culture. Like my parents are from Poland. I'm the first person born in America. Dude, I look like me, and everything that's going on in the world, I would be out there holding flags, and I'm for these people. I'm evil. Please whip me and whatever, all the worst shit. But because I know my culture, I don't deal with that. But there's plenty of people in America that they're just like, where are you from? I don't know. You're a white guy. Sit down. Shut up. You know nothing. You're a white woman.
It's a lot of
nothing.
prejudging.
But I think black people are getting there also. Like I noticed that, especially coming to New York and just being a regular black guy. No West Indian and no Caribbean, no mixed,
flavor,
nothing.
no fun.
Yeah, you know, my parents were just ancestors of slaves. That's it. You know what I mean?
Just that privilege.
Right.
Just that fun stuff.
But you know what I mean? Like I remember 2001 when everyone had a flag. There was no just black flag. There's no Philly flag. You know what I mean? Like I just had to roll with that. Like I can't.
What do you think flat brim baseball hats are, Dave?
For Philly? Yeah.
No, I'm just saying for anyone. It's like a flag. You know what I mean? Like I call in the Bronx, everybody's wearing Yankees hats. Those are Dominican yarmulkes. That's a flag culture representation. But it is true. It is a representation. But if you don't have it, you're like seen as a nothing, right? And being seen as a nothing is like really tough. Like if someone's like, you're just a white woman, you're just a white guy. Black has a little bit more culture. You know, like it's getting there. You know what I mean? It's like it's more of something where it's like there's something to it that I don't really know
and
about.
stuff like that.
White people have no Harlem. You understand? White people have no Harlem. White people have no Harlem Renaissance. They don't. Just regular white. Like
that's even why I thought people were holding on to
What about the actual Renaissance fair? Like that's not white people's Renaissance.
That's Europe.
That's
white people who want to go back to fucking Europe.
Okay.
Talk about overeducated.
No, but
actually,
that's why I tried to think about. I was like, why do people love the Confederate flag so much? Because it is a connection to some sort of culture. It is, and like right, wrong, I don't know, but you're holding on to this thing. Imagine if you told people if you were just like, you can't have that thing anymore. It's like what?
I think
symbolic.
That's different. I think that's different because I think if your symbol is hurting someone else or bringing them pain, like I get what you're saying. You're saying a neutral thing. But I think that at that point you have to let go and say, you know what? I think I can find something more humane in my culture.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm agreeing with.
No,
it,
no. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Let's come
about it.
Let's come back more to your point, Kyle. People under 30. You know what I mean? Their talk, why should they not be expressing themselves?
Well, okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit. There are plenty of good minds, but I'll give you an example. I have an 18-year-old son, and he is, I guess he's pretty woke, which is overall it's good. You know, I've raised my kids to be compassionate, to not be so selfish, think about other people, put yourself in their shoes. I have, it's actually my daughter she has a friend who's trans. And all I said was, and this was a couple years ago when her friend was like 14, and I said, wow, that's really cool that the parents are so open because that's a huge step to start. And the kid takes it's female to male, so the kid takes hormones and stuff like that.
What's the age?
That's the
14,
age. Yeah.
Oh, 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said to my daughter, what, when did they know they were trans? And she was like, you sound really transphobic. I can't believe you're asking that.
Oh, yeah, it's a trained response because she doesn't know the answer.
And it's and I feel like that whole generation, it's sort of you can't even ask a question.
No.
It's what if I need to be more educated? I'm saying I may not know enough about this subject. I want to understand better, so
Right.
I have to ask questions. But it's no matter what you ask, it's she's got a friend who's a big pothead, and I said he can't come over, and she's like, oh, because you're racist. No, because he's a fucking pothead.
Right.
That's why he's not coming over.
Yeah.
I mean, I smoke too.
The fact that these stories don't end with you beating the kids is a very progressive thing, by the way.
But you have to understand now
I have,
that generation, they're trained to not escalate something. Meaning, if you have a question or a complaint that they don't know the answer to, their job is to not get the manager. So their job is to teach you to be like,
true.
you know what? Fuck it. I don't even want it anymore, and just walk away. You know what I mean? Like that's
to not go up the ladder and keep asking more questions.
Yeah, like you're basically they're trained to get people not to get what they want.
Well, it's like you're scolded. Like if you don't know, it's almost like, oh my God, well then you're this.
Right.
You know,
right.
and it's like how do we learn and grow? Like where's the happy medium? You know, without being completely ignorant, how do we find out more about something we don't know without everyone on Twitter like blocking you, canceling you because you ask a question? And I think that's fair. I think there's a balance, and I feel like generally people under 30 tend to be like, that's it. Like they don't want to, maybe because they don't know enough themselves.
They don't.
Maybe because they're scared and they don't, you know.
Go ahead, my bad. They're what I like to call agents. So I used to be a life insurance agent for MetLife.
Oh,
right?
wow. Okay.
I didn't know shit about life insurance or investments. I was a 25-year-old black kid. My job was to go out and do what they call a fact finder. So basically, I go and ask these people all of their personal questions, and then I take it back to the guy at the office who he's just a life insurance person also, but he doesn't want to drive out and field through all the people. So basically, any questions that they have, I'm taught to not answer any of that. Jot the questions down, and then I'll go get the answer, and I'll bring it back to you.
Right.
So it's the same thing like that, where they're all washed on like that trans this and trans that. They don't really know, but the person who's feeding them, they'll go back and be like, yeah, my mom said this, blah, 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 and then they'll give them a response to come and get. That's why, like, if my kids want to be trans, I'll tell them that I'm getting them the pills. It'll be CMOS.
Right.
They won't know.
But isn't that when are people allowed to get tattoos?
18.
Is that 18? Yeah, I guess.
So
You have to be an adult. Kids can't get
but
tattoos.
you know, it's like I don't know what the culture is on or what is going on the internet, but
Everybody's got tattoos.
no, but I'm saying like if you're changing your gender before 18, like what's the argument behind tattoos? Isn't that's a permanent change? So it's like
Yeah, but no one cares.
I know that's
No
like
one-
I'm even afraid to ask questions because I just feel like
Well, I'll put it to you
over.
like this, and this is not a shot at LGBTQ. I'm actually shouting you out. You guys are great at your paperwork. You guys are great at filing petitions. You guys are great at getting shit done. You know what I mean? Like I said, when they got July to be their month, and I'm like, fuck, July.
June, isn't it June?
I know they got a summer month. Black people have been complaining about Black History being in February. It didn't do shit for years. LGBTQ, they gonna get some shit done. You know what I mean? Fuck that.
You know
They're
what's-
a very festive people.
yeah.
Well, the worst is like, have
say
you ever had a gay
Also
friend?
because
that-
There's a Seinfeld reference about Puerto Ricans.
There's no rainbows in
forgot about
February,
that.
Dave.
There are no rainbows in February.
You ever realize?
Yeah, don't we need that?
There's not enough sun. Hey, that's a good argument too. Yeah, maybe we need more rainbows in February.
I
Maybe
could,
you should
I
switch.
could use a gay parade in February. That's when I need it the most. Not June. February, that's when I need a gay parade. And it's really just, that's when I'm my saddest, right? That's the prime depression in New York is February. So, like, gays, if you want to help out, thank you for getting weed legal. I know that was you guys.
I can get free weed just by raiding my kids' rooms. So just call me anytime.
You switch back and forth. Like over there, you identified yourself as like, I'm not white, right? But then you came on here and said you called to complain about blueberries, which I'm like, that's pretty
That's
white.
very white, yeah.
But then you're like, I got an 18-year-old son. I'm like, yeah, that's not white.
I like to break the stereotypes, because it's like everybody thinks I'm about to talk like this. Pero, I could have an education. I don't have to talk like
Pero
that.
means
Pero
dog.
mira. Pero, if I'm going for, one time I went for an audition, this is a while ago, and the guy was like, oh, I thought you said you're Latina or something. You don't seem Latina enough. And it was for a nature show. I'm like, what did you want me? Mira, that's a tiger over there. It's running. That shit's running fast. Like, what the fuck,
In their defense, if this was...
And my mom's white. My dad was Venezuelan, so
But if
I
this
have
was,
I have that manager. Can I see your manager mixed in my blood? So
Okay.
I will ask for a manager.
Because I was about to say, if this is pre-door, you missed a serious market. They found a serious market for Latinas teaching children. Hey, mira, look at this, right?
Are you from New York City?
No, I'm actually from Ohio. from Cleveland. So the mystery deepens.
Yeah, buddy.
But I moved here right after high school. I've lived here since the early 90s. Lived here a long time.
No doubt, no doubt. Kyle, well, thank you for weighing in.
Thank you.
Where can the people find you at online?
You can find me at Ocasio Kyle, and I just started a new podcast called Shut Up, Mommy's Talking. So
nice. All right. Dig it. All right. Thanks for
Thank
stopping
you,
by, love.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Peace, dude.
All right, I love how we were not able to cut that out where she called me right on my shit. You know what I mean? And I was like, she's like, no, fuck that. We're gonna start.
Gotta stay, man. That's fucking.
I was hoping to cut that out and be like, fuck.
There's no fixing that in post, brother. That's. Exactly.
All right, man. So this next guest, man, thank God he stopped by. All right. Give it up for Preston Gitlin. Preston Gitlin, man. Hey.
What's up?
How you doing?
Smooth, man, with the collar pop. Okay. It's a good-looking jacket you got here, man.
You know what? I like that we're all dressed like we're going somewhere different. You know what I mean? That's cool. Like I feel like this is we should start this movement. Like at work, you can't dress like anybody else.
That's great.
This is the epitome of any work brochure or anything.
right,
you know what I mean? When you want to talk about diversity and getting shit done. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it is very symbolic.
this is like the bank brosure. You know when they show you, oh, we help everyone.
Yes, everyone gets a loan here.
I'm just proud I could out-white Connor.
No, I don't know about that.
Like you look like you should be whiter, but I'm whiter than you.
This
I
is a
guess so.
white off.
Yeah, it's a white off.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
like a
how
white referee
so?
with his shirt.
I mean, Conrad's pretty much got the whole outfit down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I think of white guy, bam, that's what I'm saying.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I need to get on cast and more stuff. Like I was telling people, like before COVID, I was like, all right, I want to go on casting auditions, but only audition for the bad guy. You know what I mean? Because people are out there like, no, I want to be the good guy. It's like, no, I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the evil person. Whatever you want me to do, stereotypically white. I will shut down youth centers. Whatever you want me to do, I will
think
do.
you guys would make like a good group of bad guys, like in like a Bruce Willis movie. You know what I mean? Like you two look like you could be the villain, or a 007 movie or some shit like that.
I think in those they're always like Russians too, and like I'm Eastern European, so I'm always like Rocky fights a Russian. Bruce Willis always fighting Russians. Russians are always the bad guys.
Yeah,
You look German.
Yeah, I mean, Polish, German, around there. Yeah.
I never know what any of that stuff is. I'm so ignorant in that area. Whatever. All right, so Preston, what's your unpopular opinion this week, man?
All right. Well, honestly, I didn't come prepared for one, but I was thinking, I don't think that the driving test should be pass-fail.
Holy shit! Okay.
Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Let me articulate this thought, because if you think about why we get pissed off, it's because we think everybody passed. Like, what are you doing? Why are you acting like that? Right?
Shit, yeah.
If we got a grade, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you got some D-minuses out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone who's technically like retarded.
Yeah.
But just behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Like behind the wheel. You're like, you fucking retard. Like, he's retarded.
It makes sense.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
like,
so
that's why
sorry.
you made a
Oh,
U-turn on a
yeah.
4-lane street like that.
Right,
You don't know any better.
He's just wheelie.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
like
what's
it's
funny,
like college
too?
degrees.
Because
Right?
you're tapping into empathy.
Yes.
You're teaching the world to empathize and go, hey, look,
Right.
you got a 92. This guy barely passed, but he's already got 8 kids. Like, we can't have him on the bus either.
He just took out 4 kids, but he already. No, but I think because if you really think why we get upset, it's because it's at the place where expectation hits reality, right?
Yeah.
That's what upset is.
Sure.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And in economics, it's usually the prime. I forgot what the fuck it is, where supply meets demand.
Yeah,
But
that's equilibrium.
yeah.
Well, that's very Buddhist. Is like anticipation creates suffering. Is because you're thinking something's going to happen, and when that doesn't happen, I'm sad,
Right.
or I'm mad. What do you think? How do you solve this? Do you have like the license plates not be colored by state? They're by your grade.
Yeah,
your
I
gradation.
think the score should be right on the thing, and I think that'll give people motivation to try to improve their score.
I like
and
this.
it'll be. I think this is where I get canceled forever. It'll be the only score that Asians don't do well on. Be like, oh shit, like they're underperforming in this category. We're gonna have to. I think you have to cut
Weak
that out
somewhere. Yeah. I mean, they got to be weak somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think, though, my personal opinion, I think everyone should relax a bit more behind the wheel, take a bit more out of black culture, drop your seat back, take the seatbelt off. You know what I mean? Just fucking relax, will you? Like, I honestly think you should come before you get behind the wheel. Like maybe like how a breathalyzer, but you should have to jack off into something and come starts the car. That way they know you're relaxed. You're not gonna start any trouble, and you know like
Dave, everybody don't relax after they come now.
Maybe Dave, we keep that for like long road trips. Like if you're gonna drive for more than 2 hours, you have to do that. But if you're going to the grocery store for 30 minutes,
like your smart car should be like, are you trying to leave Brooklyn on Friday? You should come now. You know what I mean? Like before you even get behind the wheel.
what about I'm just thinking out loud here. What about like lanes for scores? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
all right, your score is in between. We're gonna go what? Are we gonna go 1 to 10 score? Like 6.5s and
no, it's not 100, man. Because it's like,
okay. So what? It's same thing, right?
Yeah,
so
A-
it's,
and A+ is a big difference.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Right,
so
I like
like
what you
90 to 100 is like okay. If you
Yeah.
have a score in this range, you can only drive here. And
Yeah,
you know
so
what's funny?
you'll
That
love
will
that.
only be a 1-lane like thing. Like you can't go to other lanes because you'll crash over here.
Yeah.
And there's traffic. You
Yeah.
create your own traffic. But if you're like 100, is the 2 left lanes for you.
Look at the German guy coming up with solutions.
I do love this though.
This
because
is like the Autobahn, the Stuttgart that I've never been on.
as a person who's worked on their credit and got out of subprime, I totally am on board with this. Like subprime is like being in gridlock traffic. You know what I mean? Versus if you have a 760 or above, hey, it's easy sailing, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I like it.
yeah.
That's a great. I love unpopular opinions that are like very relatable. Like I love food ones, and like that is one like that. It's like everyone can just talk about driving. Yeah, we all know driving. It's like
Yeah.
good stand up. Like Seinfeld talks about driving. It's like, oh yeah, the guy, the seatbelts and stuff. It's like the greatest, expansion of comedy.
Now,
Yeah.
Preston, how are you at driving? If you had to rate your own driving,
I'm a conservative driver.
Hmm.
So like I don't people like riding with me as long as you're not in a hurry. I go real slow. Like I just don't mess around with it. I'm like I don't have to be anywhere.
yeah.
You know.
What do you think about self-driving cars in the future? Tesla, Neo, all those kind of. Think that we need to relinquish control, or
Oof. Man, that's a tough. What do I think of it? I mean, it's inevitable. It doesn't. It's almost one of those things where it's like, what do you think about water? It's like, I know, it's there. You know?
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have less problems, or fewer problems, I say. You know, but I think people want control.
Do you think these autistic drivers could even fuck up self-driving cars? Do you think that somehow, like, could a ghetto couple that is still fighting in the cab still cause a traffic jam in a Tesla once we put Teslas in everyone's hands?
Oh gosh, man, that's way beyond. I don't know, man. I think like humans want to control things. That's going to be weird. Relinquishing that control and just getting there. But like, isn't that kind of what we do on an airplane in a way? You kind of relinquish the control. We just get on the flight. We just expect to arrive. And so it's not, and there is a pilot that can take over, but for the most part, that's pretty automated.
The one that they automated crashed. I don't see. Listen. This is weird for me. Unpopular opinion. I don't think self-driving cars will ever exist. I don't think it's possible, and I don't think that we're gonna live on Mars. I said this last week, and it feels very anti, like telling Columbus that he can't.
Yeah,
you're not
really
gonna find
does.
anything
It
out
does.
there. Like
Yeah, it does.
in my heart, it feels like I'm like telling someone that you're gonna go off the edge of the Earth if you sail that direction. Like I'm very like anti. Like progress,
Yeah.
technological. I
Yeah.
just don't think that it can exist, and you can't. I can't. I'm an engineer too. I'm a mechanical engineer by trade, and like I don't get it, and maybe that's why I don't do it anymore. But it's like trains still have conductors. Why? They're on one track. They're got one place to be, and they're not automated. So how are you going to automate a whole highway of all these people and all these cars? There's too many factors going on, and it's like. Someone's got to explain that to me. I don't know why that is.
I think it's definitely coming. I think my dad was like this, like with the cell phone.
Uh-huh.
He's just like, no one's gonna use that, you know.
Sure. And I
Yeah.
know it in me that I'm like, I should pump the brakes on thinking this
Yeah.
way, but
You
it
turn
can't
into
be
your
explained to
dad,
me.
man.
Yeah, you
I don't
sound
know your
kind of like
dad, but-
Jesus, where Jesus had a job and then he just kind of walked away from it to talk his shit. He was wrong. No.
You know why Jesus was a carpenter? Because he didn't. He just executed the design. He didn't make the design. Anyway, no, but someone explained this to me. Trains, they're on a track, right?
Yeah.
Think that they're automated cars. They're on a track. There's a conductor, and they still can't operate without the conductor.
Well, but they haven't tried to make the automated train, right?
They would, but here's maybe an argument to that is that maybe there's unions.
Yeah, the
I would
union will not allow that
imagine-
to happen.
I don't even
These
think
robots ain't
yeah.
taking our fucking jobs.
But no train. there are no.
And you see Terminator, for fuck's sake. You give them a train track, next thing you know, we're all fucking dying.
Dude, you do that so well.
Maybe at JFK, there's that train is automated.
No. Every train has somebody on it that's making sure
Right.
it stops without hitting the.
Right, and we could say that's
yeah.
infinitely more.
That'll be like air traffic control. There'll be a guy that watches, or a woman, or a both, or whatever. Again, I'm gonna
trans
cancel here.
person.
Whatever it is, any
Someone loaded up on
anything,
CMOS.
whatever. When animals have rights, when an animal,
Yeah.
somebody's gonna watch the overall traffic.
Right.
A human will be involved with that. But there's definitely the automated cars are coming. That's happening.
No, because the automated self-checkout didn't even happen.
What, have you been to the Amazon store?
Yeah, there's somebody overlooking the whole thing.
Right,
But they're
right.
there. The
Okay.
automated is there. But then there's got to be a human that's just kind of.
They
Right.
just unleashed a store in Seattle, supposedly, where it just scans your palm.
Right.
The same place that they overthrew the city because they said that there should be police officers.
That wasn't an automated store. That was a robbery.
They had no, Dave. See, everything in Seattle is automated. The police department is automated as well. They're not there. You don't need them.
The crime is automated.
Yeah.
You just.
Oh,
funny, man.
shit. Oh, this has been great, man. So I love it, man. I think that we put together a test. I'm willing to sponsor this, man. I'm willing to get behind a road test that, you get your score in the window of your car, and that determines what lane you can drive in. And if you want to get better, you got to take the test and score higher to move in another lane.
Yeah,
I
man,
like it.
we
Yeah,
did
it's
it.
like getting like your GED, and then you can go to community college.
Right,
and you can
right,
go to
right.
regular college.
This is a great show you guys are doing.
That's all, man.
This is
Appreciate it,
amazing,
man.
really,
Thank you,
honestly.
man.
Keep it up.
Preston, man, where
All right.
can people find you at online, man?
Man, don't even look for me. That shit creeps me out. It does, man. I was at a show. Someone's like, "Can I follow?" I'm like, "Don't. Just don't. Leave me. I want to be the one guy that no one knows, man."
But
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
there was a time where you could walk into
Yeah.
a bar, have a conversation with a stranger. He gets up and walks away.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I want to get there the hard way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, no doubt, man.
But if you did Preston Gitlin, that's okay. You can do that too.
no
On
doubt,
Instagram.
man.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by,
Thank you,
man.
man.
Thanks for stopping
All
by.
right. You're welcome.
Holy shit, man. I'm glad we did one more. That
Yeah,
was a fucking
I like
great
that one.
man.
I would
Holy
hear
shit.
if everyone. Yeah, I think everyone should get the opportunity to talk shit like in the right format, I guess, because when you're like maybe on the internet, you're not thinking so precisely, but it's like, okay, take some time to think about what you really want to say, and we're gonna give you the opportunity to say that crazy shit,
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
and you can have people walk you through it or whatever. I think everyone should have this opportunity.
Going totally against Rachel and Kyle, but fuck it. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know what I mean? Like people under their 30s and people schmageggies, as she puts it, should be able to talk. And we got a place for you to listen.
No, you should be able to talk, but it's like then you also can get called out if it's stupid.
Well, that's the internet. Now,
Yeah.
now
No,
you're
but
just
in
talking about-
person, in person. That's why people don't say it in person, because they're afraid of the real hard debate that's going to come down the
Yeah.
pike. You know what I mean?
Well, we got to find some places where we could do this more in person, man. I want to
will.
start putting together some more live shows and all that kind of stuff like that. So,
Once people can breathe without killing each other. Or
Yeah.
killing other people.
yeah.
Once this whole pandemic shit wraps up.
Well, we'll see. And, once people lose weight, they can all come outside. So. All right, man. Conrad, say goodbye to the people.
Good night, everybody.
Cisco, say goodnight to the people.
Good night, people.
All right, man. I'm Dave Temple. This has been Unpopular Opinions. Take care.